Oh, y'all want me to respond to brain rot? Say less. So this is a video from Eric and Az. And like I said, I didn't want to even talk about these guys anymore, but I keep getting this video sent to me. It says an Avengers movie, ... without Avengers, what do they have? And this is, again, a clip from their brain rot podcast where they sit around and make up stuff to get mad about. They convince each other to be mad about stuff. It is a shorter video. I've pitched up a little bit. You know how we do. Let's get into this and see if they make excuses for every single thing that they're mad about.
You know, the next bit of interest in the Marvel Cinematic Universe comes in Avengers Doomsday. Potentially.
Oh, yeah. I can see
that's the only time that there is potential. And I say potential because they don't have a fucking Avengers team.
That also is true.
It's almost as if all of the movies leading up to that film are going to introduce a new team of Avengers. That seems like that could be the plan. I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe that's why there's delays, rewrites on scripts, things to make the movies more cohesive because they're rebuilding the Avengers. Maybe that's why.
Talked about it last time. We talked about it like it's like, okay, you brought back Robert Downey Jr. for whatever reason. Not a fan of the idea, but you did it anyway.
Because they want $1 billion film. They want $1 billion film. That's why they brought him back. It's a money thing. I mean, unless you guys are going to say right after this, it's because of the money, then clearly it shows that you just don't understand business, as you would say, Eric.
It's not like you answered to me individually, so I get it. He's Doom or a version of Doom and Stark. I don't know. Fucking who knows? Whatever. He's part of it. We know that. But we wouldn't know because that's the point of the fucking movie is to tell the story about how he is this character. Why do you guys want everything like right now? We're talking about 2 years out, but you want to know everything right this second. You're complaining about this 2 years out. Complaining about it. You're not just talking about it. You're literally complaining about it. But still, you're trying to give him an Avengers or group that's going to fight him. Since it's not going to be Fantastic Four, it's going to be the Avengers.
It could be the Fantastic Four. It could be. I'm pretty sure the work they're putting into the Fantastic Four isn't for them not to fight Doom. And I want to point out that just because it's an Avengers movie doesn't mean the only characters in the movie are going to be officially the Avengers. And the Fantastic Four have been honorary members of the Avengers in the past, individual members of the Fantastic Four, because the Fantastic Four has also changed roster. Even though we have the classic Fantastic Four, there's been other people stand in at times in the Fantastic Four, like She-Hulk.
Who the fuck do you have? Ironheart? Shang-Chi, Ironheart, Kamala Harris Khan, Captain Marvel,
African American,
Captain African Falcon Man, maybe Kate Bishop, fucking
Jose Falcon.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so see how they do that? See how they play this game? They're forgetting the actual characters that are the white guys. They're leaving them out on purpose so they can make this argument. What about Doctor Strange? What about Spider-Man? Two of the biggest characters in the MCU who happen to be white guys, they're not even mentioning them. They're talking about all the minority characters because this is the narrative. This is the story they're trying to build. The chances are Spider-Man and Doctor Strange will be a big part of these next upcoming films, especially if Doom is involved and they're going to do something similar to the 2015 Secret War storyline. But these guys would have to read the comics to know that and actually talk honestly about the films instead of creating reasons to be mad.
No, who do you got? She-Hulk?
Nobody that anyone gives a fuck about is what you've got. Do you have Iron Man?
You have Spider-Man, $1 billion character. Are you going to say Spider-Man?
Man, do you have Cap? Do you have Thor?
You have all-brand versions of them. You have the all different
version of them. You got a fucking Iron Man at home version.
Yeah.
So you have Ironheart, who literally is not a copy of Iron Man. Ironheart is not a copy of Iron Man in the MCU. Matter of fact, we haven't seen the show yet, so we don't even know how deep it goes. But she's inspired by, but she has no actual connection to Iron Man whatsoever in the MCU. Zero. So she's not some legacy version of Iron Man at this point. She's a separate character altogether with a suit that looks very different from Iron Man's suit. And on top of that, there's a lot of characters who have worn Iron Man-esque suits in the MCU. So why are we so mad about Ironheart?
Yeah, maybe Echo will be part of the Avengers. Who knows?
More marginalized.
Oh, hey, Eric. Hey, no, Echo's doing great, mate. I was out. Went to a little toy shop today. You know, I like little toy hunting. You know me. Like my fucking little trinkets. Went into a toy shop. Saw this today, mate. Saw this. What do you think? What do you think?
Damn.
Echo, £3. Please take them.
Yeah, they just like get it out of here now.
Nobody.
Okay, that's funny. So the average cost of a Funko Pop is around $20. So at $3, that would make it around, not exactly, but around 85% off. $20, $3. I'm doing the math in my head here. Around 85% off. I could be off by a little bit. Eric's comic book, Isom, which was a $35, at least if I remember correctly, a $35 price tag. He was selling it at $5, which is a little bit over 85% off. I think it's closer to 86%. So why is it that this is a liquidation sale? Got to get it out of here. It's the worst thing ever. But Eric's is simply just a regular sale. It's not a liquidation sale. It's not the sky is falling. But when it's done with a Marvel product on a character they don't like, that makes it funny. That makes it like, oh shit, it's a complete and utter disaster. That is a narrative, everyone. That is when you're painting a narrative, or you are too completely disconnected from what you're talking about versus what you're doing to look at your own shit in the mirror and go, hey, I'm selling shit for the same exact percentage off, actually a little bit more off than this, but this, we're going to make fun of this.
Nobody would take it for a $5.
Yeah.
You know, this is like 20
the clearance for the clearance.
So a $5, so $5 is bad. A $5 clearance is bad. Eric, you literally have shit in a $5 sale on your fucking website right now. You're literally selling your shit for $5. What the fuck?
Yeah. Like 20 quid when they come out or whatever they are. Fucking, hey, do you want this? No, 20.
That's still a ripoff.
Yeah, do you want it for 10? No. 5? No. 3?
And this isn't like this is you.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like a Photoshop, but this is you.
The cognitive dissonance, the complete and utter disconnect from reality. Eric, you're running a $5 sale in your website right now. It might be over by now, but you were running a $5 sale on more expensive merchandise than the Echo toy. Holy shit. Holy shit. So if they're saying this is get it out of here. Nobody wants it. We can't sell it for 10. We can't sell it for 5. We got to sell it for 3. To them, that is a display of no interest. That is a display of no interest to them. So what does that say about the $5 shit in your shop, Eric? Holy shit.
This is me. This is me. Look, yeah. Wristbands to prove it, folks. Yeah. This is me. This is me. Yeah. Beautiful fucking hands. Titty grabbing hands. Fucking gamer mitts on that shit.
I saw a clip. We're not going to watch it here, but I saw a clip of just the disgusting shit that Az says. Like, seriously, I can't imagine being around him and having a conversation with him where he doesn't reference like sucking something or grabbing something or squeezing something. Az, get a partner right now. Go on a dating app and find someone. Please find someone so the repression you can have sexually can be relieved somewhere other than being a fleshlight for Eric July. If you could do something other than being a fleshlight for Eric July, that would be amazing, because then you would actually be able to get this sexual repression out of your system instead of talking about it all the time. Reaffirming your heterosexuality. You have to remind us that you like women all the time.
I have to wash my fucking mitts off after this. You wouldn't even take it. And by the way, there was multiple. It wasn't like there was one.
It's almost like multiple. Eric Shop had multiple.
Just there, 3 quid. Please take them away.
Yeah. There's no enthusiasm behind that.
Just $5. Take them away. Take these items away for $5. Take these comics away. Take these posters, these T-shirts. Just take them away for $5.
Character, man. And it was DOA either way. I mean, what we were talking about earlier is okay. What's gonna be the Avengers team?
Seriously.
Like, that's a genuine. I mean, obviously, I guess we'll find out. But I mean, where are we gonna? My question is, where are we gonna find out? Is it gonna be Captain Black Falcon, American Man, like that? That Avengers they're gonna build up there, like right. Where? An Ironheart is that where we're gonna see some of the Avengers pop up?
I got a question for you.
Yeah,
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So now, in an effort to try and save Captain African American, and by save I mean, please, dear God, somebody go to the cinema to watch it.
Okay.
Do they stick a Doom Downey Jr. cameo in a post-credit scene?
The actual stupidity on display from these two specifically as in this moment is just, it's palpable, right? Yes, they could totally stick an end credit scene in with Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. They could totally do that. How is that going to make the film better and make people want to go spend money on it? You're mad now because Marvel does in credits teasers for films? They're not going to officially introduce Dr. Doom in an end credit scene in that movie. Most likely, the first time we will see Dr. Doom properly is going to be in the Fantastic Four movie, because that honestly makes the most sense. But you're not even mentioning that. You're not even, are we going to even talk about the Fantastic Four movie? Where it would logically show Dr. Doom?
I guess. Well, where are they going to build up Doom? Like, all right, so Doom is, when is that? When is that?
Fantastic Four
2026, right?
2026.
Okay. So between there, what do we got? African American Man, Agatha, and Ironheart, right?
Yeah.
And Thunderbolt.
So it would have to be between
Thunderbolts.
Oh, Thunder. All right, that would probably be the one where they for sure allude to Doom for sure.
That would probably, but for sure. That would probably be the one for sure. It's either that will be the one for sure, or it probably will be. It cannot be both of those things. Can't be both of those things. On top of that, you're leaving out the Fantastic Four, which again is the most logical place that Dr. Doom would show up. But let's continue.
I think that'll be even though again nobody.
Dude, come on, talk about killing your momentum.
Yeah.
Wait, you momentum, and you're coming up against two fucking concrete barriers.
Yeah.
Uphill.
Yeah, uphill. That's for sure. But yeah,
killing their momentum. How are they killing their momentum with this? This has been the most talked about for the MCU in terms of like going out beyond their normal like niche audience that we've had in a long time. Whether you agree or disagree with the casting, it's a smart thing for the money reasons, like for monetary reasons, for business reasons.
Yeah. So between those four things, right? Captain Black, Falcon, American Man, Ironheart, and Thunderbolts and Agatha.
Fantastic Four.
We're gonna get we're not only gonna make them again, chat, make it make sense between.
Well, they're obviously working on other projects that they have not announced or rearranged. We know there's other movies in production. Those are the ones that they have advertised so far, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get other films from them between now and then. And there's also going to be films between the two big Avengers movies. So we're going to get more movies. But what difference does it make? What difference if they introduce Doom in Fantastic Four and he ends up being the main villain of the Avengers movie? That's fine with me. I don't have an issue with that.
In those four movies and shows, not only do we have to get a new Avengers team, we also have to get why the fuck Doom is even there in the first place.
So you mean a story? So please explain to me why it is in your comic books you can be as vague as you fucking want. And your excuse for that is you don't want to hold the audience's hand. You don't want to give away too much or do an info dump or whatever fucking excuse you come up with your comic books. But when Marvel does that, when they're more vague and mysterious and don't want to quote unquote hold the audience's hands, then it's a problem. Then it's an issue. When they put something on sale less cheap than yours, then it's a fucking problem. But when you do it, it's not. This is a double standard. This is hypocrisy.
Between those four, which by itself you'd be like, well, that's a lot of material, but it's also Captain Black, Falcon, American Man. It's also Ironheart. It's like, how do you get to Avengers from there with those characters? I have no fucking.
You rebuild the fucking Avengers. The issue is you don't like those characters. Therefore, you don't see a path. In your mind, there's a mental block. You're like, oh, does not compute. Black guy is Captain America, does not compute. Black woman as a possible Iron Man knockoff does not compute. You don't see it because you don't like those characters. We get it.
Okay, right. The likelihood Captain African American is going to be in the Avengers, I'd say, is very high, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think he probably will lead the Avengers team.
Well, that's the thing. Does that character deserve to lead an Avengers team?
Probably not, no.
Of course he doesn't. Of course he fucking doesn't.
No.
This was a guy making cameos in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Now, I got nothing against the character, and I thought he was great in Winter Soldier, Captain America and Winter Soldier. Good character, a lot of fun. Like the actor, like Anthony Mackie. I like the
you liked everything about him until he wore the Captain America colors. And then when the black guy put on the red, white, and blue, then you had an issue with it. Got it. Noted.
Actor. But that character is not a fucking leader. This is a guy that was looking up to Cap. This is a guy that
it's almost like the writers could write this character in a way and give them a story arc during that film that makes them more of a leader character, that makes them more apt to lead the team. Maybe that's the entire point of the movie. Maybe you should wait till the movie comes out and then go watch the movie and be like, oh shit, they fixed it. They sewed it up. They cooked, whatever. Maybe you should wait for that before you start being super negative about anything and everything from something you haven't seen yet. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe you should actually engage in the content a little bit before you're like, oh, fuck this.
There would be a list of others ahead, but now they're all gone.
That's true.
Right. So the list of characters that were better in your mind than that character are gone. So we're working with the characters that we have right now. Shocker. Fucking shocker. Surprising, right? Brain rot.
Oh, cool.
So are you literally leader by default?
I guess so.
Because people love that shit.
There's only two characters that you still have around, but they're bastardized versions of them. That's Thor and Hulk.
No, you have Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. You have Shang-Chi. There's other, I could keep naming, there's other characters. Doctor Strange could easily be the leader. They could make Doctor Strange the leader. I don't know why they wouldn't. And Spider-Man is still around. We know that he's had like a timey-wimey thing going on. But they have time to work that in. They have time to make that work. There's a lot of shit that could happen between now and then. But Thor, first of all, Hulk would not be the leader of the Avengers. That version of the Hulk, I don't think has any interest. They could totally write it in. And as far as Thor goes, why not? Why couldn't Thor be the leader? We don't know what Thor's up to now.
Those ideally would be the leaders, one of them. Or but it had to be Thor. It had to be Thor.
Oh, it had to be Thor. Yeah.
It would have to be Thor. It would have to be Thor. 1000% it would have to be Thor. Which they could do, that would be the most reasonable decision. That would be the smartest decision. But do you believe that they will do that? We've seen how they've handled Thor as of recently.
So you're mad, you're proactively upset about something that has or has not happened, and you don't know if it's going to happen. Thor could literally be the leader, but you're going to present that as an option and then get mad that they didn't pick Thor as the leader, even though we don't fucking know yet.
So I don't know if they got it in them. But that would be the one. But even then, there's no Thor movies coming out.
Here we go.
So
no,
how do you get there? That's my biggest question. Like I said,
you can't get there. You can't get there.
That's the thing.
So does that mean then?
Do you need a Thor movie for Thor to show up in the Avengers movie and become the de facto leader? Do we need that? My answer to that is no. We've had 4 Thor movies, and he's been in almost every single team-up movie that we've had. You don't need that. All Thor has to do is show up, give us a few minutes of exposition, and be like, we got this. Let's fucking go. And everybody would be on board with it. You don't need another movie for that.
The leader of the Avengers is going to be Reed Richards. Because if the Fantastic Four is a success, I cannot see, I tell you what, even if it's a fucking failure, never mind a success, because I'm pretty sure the way the Fantastic Four movie is going to end is them being somehow pushed into the current timeline.
Yeah,
that's how I envision.
No, that's not how it's going to end. My prediction, I'm going to throw a prediction out here since that's what they're doing, is that's going to be the beginning of an incursion event. That's going to be the beginning leading in to the Doomsday movie with Doctor Doom, is what is going to happen with Galactus and all of that. Makes the most sense for an incursion event since we're leading towards Secret Wars. That's my thoughts on it. Putting them in the main timeline before we get to Secret Wars doesn't make any sense. I don't see that I don't see that in the cards for them.
Did you
obviously.
So I don't see where they can't have the Fantastic Four in the Avengers, period. Why? Doesn't make fucking sense.
Well, then it's not an Avengers movie. It would be a Fantastic Four movie, which is fine, I guess.
Oh, no, it can't be an Avengers movie because Spider-Man's in it. That would make it a Spider-Man movie. It can't be an Avengers movie because Captain America's in it, so that's a Captain America movie. This is the kind of brain rot I'm talking about. This is the narrative shit I'm talking about. It could easily be an Avengers movie with the Fantastic Four in it. It could. Again, they've been honorary members, and them assisting the Avengers in a battle totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. But here we are with these two fucking idiots.
Oh, who's fucking Chang-Ching?
Oh.
I have no idea.
Fucking
Casual
cute little
racism.
bracelets of love. And Aquafina behind him, chain fucking smoking. Yeah. I'm off to get that fucking Doctor Doom. Marvel Katie.
Oh god, that was bad. Apparently there's another one too. We're not going to watch it here though. Look, the reality is these guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They have actually become the normies for the MCU because they don't watch it. They don't engage in it. So all they know are bits and pieces, and they're trying to stay relevant by doing this. It's very clear that Eric is not thinking about like Doctor Strange, not thinking about Spider-Man. He's focused on the characters that he doesn't like. And Az is clearly focused on the characters that are marginalized, and he can make fun of them and make funny names about them. This is an example of brain rot. It's an example of just living in your echo chamber with the echo situation, living in an echo chamber and not getting outside of that. The fact that they were making fun of an Echo Funko Pop, normally priced at like $20 for 85% off, when Eric literally has products in his store that are almost 86% off, making fun of the fact that Az was like, oh, you couldn't sell it for a $5. Eric's selling products for $5. This is dumb shit. There's another video from these guys. If you want me to react to it and upload it, just let me know in the comments below. If not, we'll probably talk about it on a live stream. All right, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment down below.